The winter months certainly are busy, and that makes the need for families to stay in touch even greater. And of course, the technology we use to stay connected also needs to be secure and safe for our kids. Verizon is stepping up with a new innovative solution, the Verizon Family app. It's free to download and to use on the Verizon network. And here to give us a closer look at how the app works and why online safety remains a priority this holiday season is Verizon Market President Andy Brady and tech expert Andy Choi. Guys, thanks so much for being with us today.
Well, thank you for having us.
All right, I got to jump right in here. So this new Verizon Family app has some really cool features, but I know that Verizon created it with the goal of making technology and everyday life pretty much safer for our kids, right?
So, you and I were talking offline. I have 5 kids. You have 3. Andy's going to have some eventually. But when I started thinking about how do we keep families safe, my kids are a little bit older. They've already kind of gone through that malaise, and technology nowadays, your life is different now than it was even 10 years ago. And your kids, you're kind of deciding when is the right time. And the Verizon Family app will help those kids stay safe from all the things, all the bad actors that are out there, and frankly, all the things that get you in trouble. But more importantly, it also helps you set family rules. And we talk a lot about what are the family rules and when is the right time. We talk a little bit about what all the acronyms mean. My kids tell me all the time. My daughter Caitlin, who goes to Miami of Ohio, she sends me all these things, and I don't know what they mean.
Right.
There's a syllabus online that tells you all of those things are. There's a parenting guide of when to buy. There's a thing that talks about when the phone is the parent owns the phone. And it's a privilege, not a right for a kid to have one. I think those are some of the things we talk about just as kind of an opinion based, but then there's a lot of technology that the tool does that Andy's going to talk about here in a moment.
I was going to say, yeah, talk a little bit too about some of the features that help parents do the things that Andy was talking about.
Absolutely, and these are conversations that we are having at our stores with our teams that Andy makes sure that we emphasize, and of course questions that are coming in from parents, especially around this time as they're looking at new devices. So the Verizon Family app, as you mentioned, Pete, is free to download. I have it on my phone here, and really, it gives you real-time tracking, of course, of where you are. You're going to know where your kids are. You're going to know you're going to be able to sort of curate when you get those alerts of, if your child is going from here to school or here to their friend's house. A lot of geo-tracking involved. You're able to also curate the kind of content they consume with their device. So you blocking violent content, allowing games, timing those allowances, and then some really cool things about driving insights. So for your older children, kind of knowing sort of what their driving habits are. One of the things we want to really mention though is with stuff like this is a chance for you to have that meaningful conversation. Not so much all monitoring and doing this sort of under the cloak of darkness here. This is a chance for us to really understand that in that critical juncture of the first device, you're having a healthy, meaningful conversation.
Well, yeah, and obviously that needs to be a big part of it. You can have the technology, and it's great that parents are able to do these things. What are some of the other things that maybe parents should be thinking about when it comes to monitoring their kids' use of technology?
Well, first of all, just to add on to that, transparency is also critical. And the family values that your family has, you need to kind of talk about that before they start using the tech. Every single morning, I get a message back from all 5 of my kids who range from ages 19 to 26, who they texted, what they did, or who they called, and what they did last night. Were they in hours or were they not hours? Now, I haven't reset that since they've been in high school.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, those are the kind of things that the Verizon Family app can do. It helps you kind of understand. But I think the key thing is to make sure my kids know that that's happening. And it's not there's no secrets.
Well, I know when it comes to the technology, there's always something new that I'm sure the kids are going to be asking about, especially creating a buzz this holiday season. Yeah. You guys brought a few things with you here today.
For sure, and it kind of runs the gamut. So for your little ones who are kind of Mom, Dad, I kind of want a phone, but Mom and Dad are thinking maybe not ready. We of course have the award-winning Gizmo watch here, and this is kind of Dick Tracy style, right? You can talk to Mom and Dad on your phone. You've got 10 approved contacts that Mom and Dad approve. Even the messaging, they're all sort of curated in a way that your child isn't really sending out random messages. It's I'm here, I got to school on time, where are you, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
The Google Pixel 8a is a phone that's designed for kind of a younger person that may not have all the bells and whistles of a flagship phone, kind of like the Samsung Samsung Galaxy Flip here, and this is a wonderful device here. Of course, you've got this, it's the foldable phone. And
these aren't like the old school flip phones
no,
either.
no,
Like,
it does flip, Pete. But
That's
see,
amazing.
now you've got this great big screen right there, and you can take
on the
pictures
other
with it
side,
just
too.
like that, little selfie. Boom, and then
Nice.
of course, it's just a nice little way for your on-the-go sons and daughters to stay connected. We've got some great promotions on these Samsung phones, some trade-in promotions, accessories like the Galaxy Buds Pro. So if Dad's calling, asking where you're at, you're in real time. The sound is crystal clear and the microphone works great. So lots of cool stuff.
Well,
and you're
this is
coming
awesome.
in, and these are the questions we're getting. What do we do to make sure that this purchase that I'm doing for my child is a good one, right?
Yeah.
And these are conversations we're having all the time in the store. So you come in, you walk out with devices and a little peace of mind.
Well, that's the key, right? So come into one of the locations, you can have that conversation, get the latest tech, and then it sounds like the Verizon Family app really is a great tool for parents to use. So guys, we appreciate you, Andes, both of you, for being here with us today and sharing this information. And if somebody wants to learn more, where can they go to do that?
Yeah.
Come to any of our stores. We're happy to have you.
All right. Sounds good, guys. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
And for our viewers at home, make sure you download the Verizon Family app for free on the App Store and Google Play. It works with iOS or Android. And for more information, visit verizon.com/Verizon Family, or you can scan the QR code right there on your screen. And of course, as we mentioned, head to your local Verizon store where one of the representatives will be happy to answer any questions you might have. Stay safe, everyone.